Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys an update as the Epic Game Store is seemingly going live again after it got absolutely bombarded with them actually offering a great freebie with Death Stranding. I shouldn't say actually, I kind of have been catching myself being like, yo, why am I bashing EGS? They're literally giving away a bunch of free games. Sure, it's a lot of retreads, but a lot of people missed out on them, so maybe I should, cool it. They've just set a precedent on what to expect, and what they've offered in the past, especially during this holiday period, has been really top-notch, so this year was a little bit of a drop-off. Nonetheless, today was anything but with Death Stranding Director's Cut, one of the best freebies, if not the best freebies of the entire year, and it seems like, there was a consensus joy among people when Death Stranding was offered. I saw somebody left a comment saying that they were debating between picking up Horizon Zero Dawn or Death Stranding. I guess they picked up Horizon, and now they got the best of both worlds because they're getting Death Stranding for free. Whoever that is, you got two banger games to play, so enjoy your holiday break because you're gonna be living large because those are two premier titles. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding. Obviously, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, but to some people, in the sense that, some people really liked it, some people not so much, but, yeah, I saw that in the comment section, and I was like, damn, that dude's gonna have a good time, that person's gonna have a good time this holiday break. Let me know what you guys picked up this holiday break, and what you're planning on playing this holiday break, too. I'm sure it's gonna be, a lot of League and Team Fortress 2. Nonetheless, sound off down below. But now that Epic Game Store is going live, we kind of have the hint of what tomorrow's game is going to be, and people have already figured it out, and it's a rather good one in Fist Forged in Shadow Torch. Now, this is exactly the type of game that I'm talking about after Death Stranding, parlaying that with something that's good. You can't do Death Strandings every day. I get that. Death Stranding is a premier title that was probably a 7-figure deal, 8-figure deal, probably 7-figure deal that they had to cut to get Death Stranding free on the Epic Game Store. Fine, but I'll meme on it till the end of time. Costume Quest ain't it during the holiday period. Costume Quest just ain't it. Love me some Costume Quest. Costume Quest just ain't it right now, especially because that's been offered before. When it comes Halloween time, you want to offer Costume Quest? Knock yourself out. But Fist Forged in Shadow Torch is actually a low-key Metroidvania that dropped last year. It didn't get a lot of buzz, but I believe it was one of those China Joy projects that Sony has been invested in. I might be wrong about that, but nonetheless, it's a steampunk Metroidvania title that has a really cool look to it. It had a pretty solid reception with an 81 on Metacritic. The game notes exploring the Metroidvania game world with a dozen of areas with distinguishing vision, themes, and level design, earning the rewards by conquering the challenges of combats, puzzles, and platformers in countless chambers, tunnels, and shortcuts. Interconnected and automatically loading game map makes the detailed Torch City more convincing and beautiful. Arcade-like combat system, seamlessly switching between 3 weapons, and play as a tough rabbit and fight back. Again, 81 on Metacritic. There is a demo available, but it looks to be free tomorrow on the Epic Game Store, so reason to be excited about that. Again, that's a game that I don't believe is a retread, and it's a game that I think people will be pleasantly surprised by. It's not Death Stranding, but again, you can't do Death Stranding every day. It's Christmas Day, they offered Death Stranding. That's a slam dunk home run in my opinion. A lot of people are happy about that, but if you can offer games like Fist Forged and Shadow Torch, and you can do retreads, for sure, offer up the Metro Last Lights. Even if you want to offer Costume Quest, do that. It's just been a lot of retreads from what I've seen, and generally the rhetoric I've heard from people has been that as well. So Fist Forged and Shadow Torch, I think, is going to be a nice offering, and again, I don't believe that's been free. It just came out last year, so only a limited window of time to make it free. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to give you guys a quick update on Judgment on PC. New graphics options and bug fixes have been rolling out for that game. The game is also obviously on sale as a part of the Steam Winter Sale. The post notes, hello RGG fans, we've got updates and several fixes with this patch. Please see our patch notes below. Please continue to post any issues you encounter here. Thank you for playing. DLSS support is now fully supported for Judgment. NVIDIA DLSS, NVIDIA DLSS sharpness are now available under graphics setting, detail settings. NVIDIA DLAA has been added under graphics setting and detailed settings, and the following settings have been changed for first boot on Steam Deck. FSR is now off, and FSR 2.1 is now active, and FPS is now set to 60. When playing darts outside of 16:9 aspect ratio, the mini screen in the bottom left does change. That's a minor fix that's been rolling out for that as well. Judgment is a game that I just wanted to give a shout to just because I think the issue with Judgment, it's a tremendous game. Don't even get it twisted. Judgment is awesome, and if you're trying to get into the RGG titles, a lot of people I usually recommend, Judgment is a great starting point because Yakuza 0 is really, really good, but Yakuza 0 was like a PlayStation 3 game and doesn't have English voiceovers. Judgment, on the other hand, has English voiceovers, and that's going to make it a lot more engaging to a lot of people. A lot of people prefer to play with the subs anyway. If you want to do that, by all means. But Judgment was also a game that was built ground up for the PS4. The issue with it, as I mentioned, the price point was kind of high. Judgment came out at $40, which was, already pretty high, and Lost Judgment was a full $60. That's just really, really pricey. However, right now, a lot of spots have the Judgment collection. That includes Judgment and Lost Judgment for like $63, and that sounds expensive, but you also have to consider the fact it comes with the Kaito Files expansion for Lost Judgment, which is a $30 expansion. So when you look at it that way, the value is actually there to pick up Judgment right now. If you want to wait for it to get cheaper, I doubt it's going to hit the threshold that Yakuza 0 is at, where it's like sub $5. Like, Judgment just ain't going to hit that price range, but, that collection for 63, I think is quite good, and Judgment's a damn good game that, I hope they do another entry, and I know that there was some drama going on. I haven't followed it entirely with the development of this game, and I believe it's the actor or whatever that plays the main character. Don't quote me on that. I haven't really followed that story at its whole. I kind of just play these games when they come out, and I try to not get that into the drama aspects. Like, I'm like kind of checked out of the drama that happened with Doom Eternal. Like, I kind of know about it with the soundtrack and everything like that, but it's just like, I see it all over my social media feed that I'm just like, do I really want to cause myself some mental stress right now looking at all the drama aspects of gaming? Like, obviously I need to keep up to date with the big stuff, and the Doom thing was pretty big, and I probably should feel pretty bad for not being that up to date with it, but nonetheless, the Judgment thing is a bummer to me if that does limit the creation of another Judgment game. Look, RGG is pretty busy right now with everything they're working on. They've got Yakuza Like a Dragon Ishin. That's a localization and I guess an upgrade of an older title. They've got a Bridge the Gap game, I believe, between Yakuza Like a Dragon and Yakuza 8, and then they have Yakuza 8 as well. So they have 3 games they're working on concurrently right now. So, like, obviously, like, Judgment's got to take the back burner for the time being. But they have low-key been one of the most consistent studios on the planet. Like, if you look at their track record of releases, like, what studio puts out titles like Judgment, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Lost Judgment back to back to back, and now they're working on 3 Yakuza titles as well? Again, from a consistency standpoint, this studio is just nuts as far as how many high-quality titles they put out. Like, they deserve to have more recognition. And it feels like stateside, they are starting to get more and more notoriety and more attention. But I definitely think they deserve more attention. I think they kind of fumbled the bag as far as the promotion of Judgment. Like, it was... I know they had that Yakuza event going on. Like, I think it was like an anniversary event or something. And they were just like, oh, yay, Judgment's out on Steam now. I feel like... Square Enix did the same thing with Neo World Ends With You, and then you look at the sales numbers for those games, and they they don't do that well, and I'm just like, yo, a couple social media posts here, let the schmucks like me make videos on it, at least talk about it, and that'll hopefully, like, I don't think I generate that many sales, but man, me previewing a video might generate 10 more sales, and, there's other YouTubers that are gonna talk about it too, there's other streamers, let them, get prepared to stream it and whatnot. I just think stealth dropping games is just such a bad idea, but, in the case of Neo, it was just a, Steam release of a game that was on the Epic Game Store, but, yeah, you could do that with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you can't do that with Neo The World Ends With You, so I would like them to do a little bit more promotion. I'm not saying you gotta friggin' make commercials without a social media post will suffice, but yeah, nonetheless, that's just my 2 cents on that. I just think promotion can be a little bit better, and by promotion I mean put out a goddamn social media post, a Twitter post, and let people retweet it, let people post it on other social media pages, and how the internet works, one post will lead it to being on 15 different outlets, and you'll be good to go after that. But nonetheless, that's, again, my 2 cents. That's gonna do it for me. Again, as far as tomorrow goes, it looks like Fish Forge and Shadow Torch is going to be the freebie. I think that's a pretty solid one, all things considered. And Judgment, new options available on that. I know I went on a little bit of a tangent, but I kind of had to. But yeah, if you do want to pick it up, I think the collection is the best way to go. If you do want to buy it now, it's like $63 at your Games Planets of the world, and you'll get the Kaito Files DLC as well, which is a substantial DLC extension to Lost Judgment. That'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.